Okay, so I have something to be concerned about. Major crisis, major crisis. Um, Far from happy, okay? Far from happy, major crisis. People will be calling for a traditional counseling. I'm looking at you this way because this is the old way of doing things. I'm going to say no. This kind of a crisis, no traditional counseling is going to work, and it's a waste of time. So we're not. Okay, moving on. We're looking at new relationships. So if you're in a major crisis, forget about the counseling, drop the toxic person. Drop them. Toxic people, drop them from your life, and we're moving into new relationships. So gather up your friends, your trusted friends, the ones that support you, the ones that don't throw negativity in your face and belittle you. If that's the kind of people, those are the toxic ones. Don't invite them, get rid of them. Okay, so the kind of people you're looking for are the ones that are balanced. They respect you and they honor you. So balance is going to be, they don't talk all the time. They don't, you have a conversation. It's a two-way street. It's not like you go there and either you're talking all the time or they're talking all the time. It's a balance, okay? Balance of, you know, energies back and forth. So you're sharing your energy with them and they're giving it back to you, and it grows, okay? So if you've got a group, the energy is building because you're sharing the energy. You're taking it, but you're giving it too. So it'll build up. It's a different kind of thing. Again, with the toxic people, watch for the kind of people that play to your emotions. Like it's emotional control. Okay, so it's like you've told them I don't want to see you, and then they start crying. It's like crocodile tears. Because you've seen it so many times. So many times you've told them, you know, I don't like what you're doing, and they promise to change. The cycle of abuse goes on, and they never change. So it's emotional manipulation, however they're getting at you. It's threats, if you leave me, whatever the threat is, it's always, if you do this, I'm going to do this. It's always a threat. They're not allowing you to be what you want to be or do what you want to do. The lack of allowing you, they're constricting you and they're controlling you primarily by emotional manipulation. So if that's the kind of people you're dealing with, those are the toxic people, get rid of them. And if all your people in your world are like that, then just have a meeting with you and you yourself and yourself. Don't include people that are toxic. It's not on you to change them. At this point in time, there's been plenty of information over the past decades for people to change, and it's been on television, it's been in books. We've had all kinds of examples of public people that have, had their problems, so everyone is aware of it through gossiping. So if they're still continuing to do this despite all these other examples, then it's not up to you to change them. You got to let them go, and they'll have to find their own path, because clearly they're so hard-headed that if they still don't get it at this point, they're hopeless. They're hopeless, and it's not your issue. It's between them and whatever. And if these are the people in power, then these are the people that are going to get punched in the nose, because it's going to come down to physical removing of people. It's going to become physical. It's not going to be anymore, loving them or whatever. It's going to be physical removing of these people. Now, however that happens, just watch for it. In the end, it's, there's only so much you can take. And if they refuse to change, then they're going to be physically removed. Look to me to do it. But, that's what I'm expecting. Okay. And with the new friends, a lot of new energy, new light. And the old word was an ambition. I don't like that word because it's kind of competitive. It's not ambition, but it's more like having virtues. Okay, so it's people that have virtues. Interpret that as, it doesn't mean that they're not going to be like, earthy people, but the virtues I gave you were balanced, respectful, and honoring you. Okay, so there's your update.